Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, 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 bum. Eli, the master of the coffee run.
What's up, brother?
Fresh bones. We're doing good. So we're just checking. We're out here for the In Motion. Let's get some illumination on this here. This is the P6 launch event, which anyway, they launched them against us yesterday at the Apple Valley practice, and oh my God, I don't think I need to hear anything else here today. But yeah, let's see what they do have to say, because it's kind of crazy that it just takes like, 10 minutes watching them go around the track to know that they are the real deal. That one says Albert on it. Ooh. Which I think means it's Zach's, because he says he accidentally switched the handles yesterday. Marty's here.
Worth it.
On what is this? Is this the Bigode?
That's a V12.
What's going on?
Get this guy out of here.
Where's your little projection in front? Were you able to turn that off? Well, what?
No, it's on.
Well, I really like the V12.
Oh, it's just
Somewhere we gotta get a dark spot.
oh, it's up high, so it's programming or projecting way out.
Oh, is it? I think it's there.
What's here?
Kind of.
Yours didn't go away, right?
No?
Well, that's an impressive feature that wheel has.
You definitely needed a nighttime.
Night Rider. All right, I'm doing some coffee and whatever else is out there.
And they can see you. So they can't hear you, but they can see you. So no more Bigode wheels, Dream Bowl wheels, African wheels within the camera view. There's a couple.
What if we light a little fire under one of them? Is that allowed?
For later, just to like housekeeping note, these wheels are all development samples that we rushed here, airshipped here for the purpose of this launch video. The one thing I want to know is the tire is a 90/90 tire, because Max is racing this wheel at ABS and TEF1. So it'll have a little bit more gyroscopic, like uprightness than you might be used to. The stock tire is an 80/90 tire, so it'll feel more like normal. Yeah. The suspension has a couple shims just to figure out the tolerancing and alignment. So it's pretty good, but it's not the best it will be, and it'll be better than it is today. Okay. Also, when you guys go out for your test rides, we only have one wheel for everyone to test, so we're going to take turns testing. When you guys finish testing, make sure you guys come back into the camera on the casting couch, because then we wanted to do our first impressions on the camera.
You get
On the casting couch.
On the casting couch. Fully closed.
Well, that's how it
There's
starts.
no sound. Of course, video content, photo content, if you want to go live, you can go live. We can share anything you want to share. That's all open. What else? Make sure when the live stream starts, when we start doing the talking heads or Q&A, make sure you don't block that camera.
Where's the camera?
Right here. This camera.
That's actually a phone.
This camera.
Okay.
Okay.
Body point.
And then,
Good point.
if you guys didn't know, there's food and drinks there. There's some snacks. Help yourself. If you're thirsty, drink some water. It's hot today. Stay hydrated. Any questions? So between now and 10 o'clock, the stream, the launch actually starts at 10. Between now and 10 is still mingle time. You can hang out. If you want, you can go to the camera and say hi and wave. But of course, again, there's no sound. Yeah.
I know sign language.
Yeah. Well, does the sound or onto the mic? You don't want to screw up with the setup. But yeah, that's everything for me. Thank you, Albert. Probably 9:55, then you guys can start sitting down and getting ready. 9:30. You got 25 minutes. Hang out. You told us to just so fast, right? This is like for kind of reminds you of like, you know, when they opened that portal and
It got closed down.
What's up, brother?
Mario 108, I heard.
55 miles an hour and 14 mile an hour slowest.
Wait, I thought you hit 55 and Max was hitting 75, 74, and that just, you know what that means. It means like a couple of runs on there, a couple of street runs, and you get that going, and there goes another 2 seconds. Asshole. I mean, good job, good job! Oh! That's definitely not Luna. Woo.
Yep. Yeah, that's why I'm marking my pads. I'm going back to the 80-90 tonight. I do not like the 90-90, and I have a feeling a lot of people here won't like it. It really likes to stay up.
I know sign language.
I'll replay that.
I said, what's up, people, my people?
same pedals that we talked about.
Get a shot of the emotional support animals that rock.
Did you say emotional support? We need those t-shirts. Emotional damage.
You have a t-shirt. Yeah, I give you one of these.
Hey, Albert,
No, emotional damage.
the emotional.
And I can record. I'm all wirelessly set up. Can't wait. Hey! And I have an extra microphone. Aaron's here.
Not sure here, but sure.
So here's a very serious question.
I was beating it on the straight.
That's fine there.
This thing I felt like I was getting off my
All right. Now I got one mic here, got one mic up there. We're good to go. Except for I forgot my coffee. Got my coffee. Yeah, they want to make it all fancy.
Yeah, I bought these lights.
There. Are they filament or are those LEDs? They look. I can't see any faster than 60 hertz myself. Oh, I don't think it's in there. Oh, I'm recording. Look at that. See, look. Now I have this button. It is recording. Oh, there's the red dot. We are watching Maxwell Berger putting air in an InMotion P6. Life doesn't get more exciting than this. All right, I'm going to stop my recording. Hey!
Nice.
Microphone there, microphone here. It's the setup. So he just told me all the secret stuff that's supposed to be on the video, but it'll be after the live.
The early knowledge.
Yeah, I'm not sharing it though. That's mine. All right, so we are a few minutes away from the start of the live stream. I will keep this thing rolling. So if you can see the TV screen, that dyno machine is the one that Landy from DC broke when we were all in China. Luckily, InMotion's got some engineers to put that kind of stuff back together. But I sat at that table. They showed the table at the InMotion spot in China. I was like, I sat there. Oh my God. 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year.
Every generation has its breakthrough. A moment when limits are shattered.
I think
And you stumble
audio's still not here.
Here at InMotion, we believe extreme performance
That's Bruce!
should never come at the cost of safety. That's why we built something unlike anything before. This is the P6.
Bruce.
5 volt. High voltage 235. Delivering up to 20 kilowatts of peak power. This is a platform designed specifically for the highest performance electric vehicle, optimized for a single wheel. From 0 to 50 kilometers per
All
hour
right,
in
so
just 1.9
on there it said 235 volts. Do the math, it's not 235, it's higher than that.
real world top speed of 150 kilometers per hour.
235.2 volts.
Performance.
Yeah, it is.
But performance only matters if you can go the distance. That is why the P6
4,200 watt hour. We don't need those sound.
Thanks to our high voltage platform, efficiency improves to just 25 watt hours per kilometer, a 10% boost compared to traditional systems. That means 150 kilometers of real world range, tested by multiple riders on actual roads.
150 kilometers, that's like 200 miles. That's not, I'm just kidding.
The P6 supports a maximum charging current of 20 amps.
Wow.
With our 13 amp fast charger, you can go from empty to 80% in just 1 hour.
Let's
Of
go.
course, range is only half the story. What makes the P6 special is its torque. In controlled tests, the P6 torque outpaces every competitor in its class. It delivers an instant torque of up to 300 Newton meters, with a peak bus current of 140 amps and a phase current of 500 amps. Torque you can measure, not just feel. The P6 features 90 millimeters of travel with dual speed damping control, giving you precise adjustment of compression damping at low and high shaft speeds.
Shaft speed.
Whether it's city streets or rough trails, the suspension adapts to every terrain, keeping torque under control and riders in command. At its heart is the Raptor S controller, powered by the same 400-volt silicon carbide high-voltage platform used by Tesla. This technology enables faster response, more reliable power delivery, higher peak output, and better long-term durability. To keep the system stable, the P6 uses a copper vapor chamber paired with active fan cooling. Heat dissipation improves by 30% while maintaining full dust and water resistance. Even on long climbs, extended rides, or in high temperature conditions, the P6 maintains stable and powerful output. For absolute safety, the P6 introduces a Tesla-grade distributed battery system, combining BMU, BCU, and BDU modules, complete with our black box monitoring. Our proprietary diagnostic algorithms precisely evaluate battery health, ensuring long-term reliability. The system guarantees ultra-low energy loss, delivering explosive performance with a peak output of 20 kilowatts. It supports safe fast charging and meets the highest safety standards in the industry. But the P6 is not just about raw power. It's designed to be a smarter, safer riding partner. It is equipped with InMotion's Ride Connect. You can choose to turn it on or off, or if needed, easily remove the module with a couple of screws.
Nice.
It provides real-time positioning and anti-theft protection, as well as remote control of your wheel and drive tracking. New Ride Connect features will continuously be pushed to devices through our mobile app's over-the-air software update. The P6 also has TPMS tire pressure monitoring,
Nice.
IPX6 vehicle and IPX7 battery water resistance,
I wonder where the
a
sensor is.
4.3-inch automotive-grade touchscreen, as well as rear-mounted USB A and C ports. Through our mobile app, you can also personalize settings and submit repair tickets. With ongoing development, our mobile app's features will continuously upgrade, offering more personalized adjustments. Because performance without safety is not freedom. To ensure uncompromising reliability, the P6 underwent 69 rigorous tests, including full vehicle functionality, mechanical, component durability, environmental durability tests, as well as Ride Connect validation. We know that customer support matters. That's why InMotion is proud to announce our very first dedicated US service center. With factory tools and parts, most repairs can now be completed within 72 hours, giving riders the confidence that support is always close by. The P6 represents years of engineering and passion, and it's finally here. Priced at just $4,999 US with a 1-year price protection guarantee. For the next 12 months, the P6 will not be discounted. If a price drop ever happens, we'll refund the difference to anyone who purchased earlier. Be among the first to own the P6. Customers who purchase with full payment during the first month will unlock over $1,000 in exclusive perks. A free 13-amp fast charger, a seat, plus 1 year extended warranty on the motor, battery, and controller, all included at no extra cost, for a total of 2 years. Plus, enjoy an additional year of free Ride Connect access. Don't miss this limited time launch bonus. But there's one more thing. We know riders want even more. More freedom, more control, more individuality. That's why the P6 is the first EUC with a race mode, allowing users to adjust alarms and tilt back to their preferences.
Nice.
Also, we'll be releasing a fully customizable pedal dynamics. It will allow you to tune the pedal to move with you at your choosing. Acceleration, braking, and turning pedal response, all individually tunable through the InMotion app. We worked with the top racers in the world to perfect it so that every rider can match the P6 to their style. The InMotion P6. Extreme performance, engineered for safety, built for riders who demand more.
Thank you everyone for coming out. Can we get everyone to say, wait, why is this camera so blurry? Oh,
Albert's too much for one camera.
That's true. We got everyone to say hi to the live stream.
Hi, live stream.
No.
Hi. Is it okay, Brian? Oh, just disconnected.
No, I'm resetting it.
Oh, okay.
Should pop up in a second.
We're having some technical difficulties with the camera, so just bear with us on it.
That's clear.
It's a little better.
Cool.
Question and answer?
Yeah, so right now we're going to get into our question and answer, but before I do that, I need to introduce everyone that's here. So my name is Albert, if you don't know who I am, and I am here with Max Berger, Zach Darnell, and Brian Dillard.
Which one's Aaron Doria?
Racers in the US, and these gentlemen also came to China to help us test, refine, and develop this wheel. They put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and during their time in China, we probably went through like over 150 to 200 changes in this product itself. So, yeah, if we could give them a warm welcome.
Yeah!
So during this time, we're going to take any questions that you guys have first, and then once you guys are fully questioned out, then we'll get you guys to go outside and test out the wheel.
So I got a first question. It's a geeky question here.
Do we need to give them a mic?
Yeah.
Well,
So go ahead.
real official. Wow. So what is, when you run it, since I'm a range guy, right? So when you run down to 0%, hopefully, what's the voltage per cell?
So we did a range test, and we all got around 150 kilometers-ish, but the speeds were really low because we had trouble in Shenzhen due to the amount of traffic. I will just say that me personally, I hit tilt back first because I'm the biggest boy in town. And we stopped at a restaurant to have dinner, and my wheel started to tilt back. But we were about 6 to 7 kilometers away from the office. So me and Brian Dillard both rode tilt back all the way back to the office, and the screen was showing 0% with tilt back, and we still kept riding.
Tell them about the police chase that day.
Okay. So
You missed Marty's question.
definitely an improvement from like the 12S, for instance, which sort of thing, about 4%. But, yeah.
What's the voltage at 0?
Yeah, what's the voltage at 0?
What's the actual voltage per cell?
Is this a Mark question? I think this is our Mark, what is the minimum voltage per cell?
3.1 volts, 3 volts.
2.9 volts.
2.9.
Yay!
Mark's happy.
That's really good. That's really good. Cool.
I want you to give Mark the beauty to answer that question.
Yay, Mark!
Mark, can you come on stream just for a second so we can introduce you? Mark is hiding behind
Mark,
you.
come out.
Come here.
Come here.
So this is Mark Liu. He's a product manager at InMotion and in charge of dealing with the wheel software and everything regarding this wheel. It is his second baby.
I also like to describe him as the head engineer who is in charge of the firmware and everything that goes on with the product. So he has been the one that has been tuning the firmware for us with the feedback that we've been providing. So we have been back and forth with Mark for over 150 updates.
On a side note, we need to give Mark an extra round of applause because he is so dedicated to this P6. He literally just had a baby less than 30 days ago, and he flew over here to deal with the P6.
Wow.
Yeah. Family second. Yeah.
Cheering up this
Congratulations.
a beautiful baby boy for those that are curious.
Excellent. Those are the ones they keep in China.
Those are the ones that he's going to train to ride wheels as soon as he's like 30 days old. Anyone else have any other questions?
Well, mine's a pretty easy question. I'm just curious about the tire pressure monitoring system. Is the sensor built into the rim, or is it one of those ones that's built into the valve? Screw onto the valve cap. Okay. Anybody?
Anybody else? Yeah, good to you.
Just a quick question. I'm wondering, what is the, how is it wired, like in parallel?
Sorry,
Cells. How are the cells wired in parallel?
What do you mean?
Like, is it 4P, 6P?
It's 4P.
4P?
Oh, yeah. So that's how you,
4P
the 4200 watt hours. So
Got
each side is one pack, and it's 2100 on each side.
I think it's 53S.
54S.
54? Off by one. Bad.
When will you have saleable systems or saleable units in the US?
So the first batch of units is being shipped out any moment to like within the next week or so. So probably in about 30 days, 45 days roughly.
What's
If
the,
all goes to plan.
what's the stock charger? Is it 5 amp?
Stock charger is 5 amp, yes.
But at 230.
Correct, so it's over 1,000 watts.
So that's a lot of.
It's a lot of watts.
Even that's a lot of.
I will say that when we first got the wheels here and we plugged in along the wall, we tripped the breaker like right away.
That's why I keep telling people these new higher voltage wheels, it's like you don't want to ride a 134 volt wheel anymore. If you need to fast charge it, it's noticeably slower than the higher voltage wheels. So this guy, I can imagine, yeah, you're going to be able to really charge it fast at 10 amps.
Yeah. Well, the wheel supports up to 20 amps of fast charging, which is like 4,700 watts.
Roger.
Reach out to Roger EUC for your fast charger. I'm going to have them produced starting tomorrow.
Isn't it a new charger though? Like the port? It's not.
I saw that the port is a little wacky. Oh,
Sorry. That's
We can try to keep the questions with the mic so the lights
Yeah.
good idea.
What's the suspension in here versus I had the V13, the V12S is beautiful, an improvement. Does this build on that?
Yeah, so this is the hydraulic suspension, or what people are normally looking to the fork, I guess, suspension, where similar to Leaper wheels, where you have the shock mounted on both sides. And so to answer your second part of that is the tire change is very similar to, like, say, a Sherman S, where you just remove one side and you can take the tire out. The extra benefit that this suspension has is that it has low and high speed compression damping, individually tunable. So what that means is sometimes you want more compression damping so that you don't bottom out. But what that results in is a harsher ride as you're riding on the street. So there's a hex nut at the bottom that you can adjust to lower the harshness at high speed velocities so that you can still maintain the bottom out protection with the comfort of a typical ride.
What you see in really expensive suspension systems for bikes and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see it a lot on like Fox shocks and whatnot. I think
The very expensive Fox shocks.
Yeah.
So the,
Top of the line.
so that bottom adjustment,
Wait, microphone.
Mics,
There you go.
mics.
the bottom adjustment has to do with compression.
Compression. Each side, one side is rebound and one side is compression.
And then
And then
That's the
top
top.
is a regular, like the regular damping that you guys are normally used to.
okay.
And then the bottom is high speed damping.
Interesting. All right.
Does the P6 come with stock pads, or if so, what pads is it going to be coming with?
Yeah, so the P6 comes with the regular motion stock pads. The reason why these ones have the grizzlies is just because it's a high performance wheel and they need to test it. So they're going to test it with pads that they enjoy and they want to push the limits. So Grizzly provided these color match sets to our black and orange theme. And so they've been using this to test the wheel so that we can actually push the wheel to its limits.
Excellent.
So the USB charging ports in the back, are those functioning when the wheel is off?
It's a good question. Mark. USB 插头，如果车没有开机，可以用吗？ No, it only works in the wheel lock.
And is the USB-C port a power delivery port by chance?
It's 22 watts.
Power delivery. Nice.
Like a laptop? Yeah.
What is the weight of the wheel?
Yes. The weight of the wheel is 51 kilograms, or in freedom units, 112 pounds, I believe it is.
Oh, nice.
We don't speak metric here.
So I'm from Canada, so.
How much does Max weigh?
Sub 100 pounds.
According to Zenly.
So the question was, how much does Max weigh? And the answer is sub 100 pounds.
According to Zenly, yeah, 700. 145.
Okay.
On a good day.
Do you guys have any questions for the testing team about their experiences when they're in China?
China or here, what's the fastest you've taken it?
I hit 78 GPS in China. I couldn't go faster because I hit back then there was a hard firmware limit at 80% PWM, so it would start tilting back. So I hit 80% at 78 miles an hour.
Wow.
Definitely could go faster, and I think maybe after TEF 1 we'll try to go faster. Yeah, and then yesterday at AVS I hit 74 GPS on the screen.
That's not a very long straightaway for people that don't know the track.
Do you know how long that straightaway is?
I know the whole track is 0.8 miles, so it's got to be 0.2 miles or something like that.
Wow.
Is the tilt back pretty predictable, by the way, when you reach the upper
Yeah,
limit?
it's very gradual, and you can kind of, it's very gradual, and you can kind of play with it. Like, it'll very slowly come up, and if you let off a little, it'll go back down, and you can push into it pretty safely. Yeah, it's not like it's going to catch you way off guard when it starts coming up.
The tilt back
Like
is actually
0.1
one of the
miles.
things that I actually really enjoy when I was testing the D14 80 km per hour firmware, because you can like literally play with it. Like you go in and out, and you can feel the tilt back kind of move with you.
Is the tilt back adjustable as far as setting aggression of how fast it's going?
No, the tilt back I think is set at. It's set at 30 degrees, so it's not too aggressive.
Understood.
At first, it was so gradual that I didn't even realize it was tilt back holding me back. And then I pushed a little harder, and then I felt it. I was like, oh. So yeah.
Just want to add about like some of the top speed runs that we did and the testing that we did that a lot of people were asking like why didn't we go faster? Like it's not always as simple as like just going out and doing it. Like we mentioned the length of the road, but these speeds on the unicycle is not necessarily something that's supposed to be done every single day. Like I just see these high speeds as more of like a safety margin, right? So when you're hitting these speeds, it's more of like a challenge rather than something you would do every day. The length of the road, the wind, the traffic. If you're going at these speeds on the unicycle and if there's a car that passes by you, you're gonna be sucked into that like wind vortex.
Yeah, Albert.
Sorry. I thought I learned my lesson with Brian's first speed run, but I guess not.
It just took me out.
So like yeah, if you're even find a road and it's like parallel to the coast, like the crosswinds that you face is quite difficult to manage. So we're going to try to find a suitable road just to hit the speed, just to say that we hit it and to show that it's capable of it.
I've got a good spot, bottom of a couple rivers I can tell you about.
Oh.
So that's the cement rivers, below ground, no traffic, no people, no traffic, no wind.
We can always scope it out, but like a lot of things like, you know, like making sure there's no moss at the under there and stuff like that.
No, but I got some spots.
Let's go this weekend. That's a good idea to check it out.
That's it.
Yeah.
No hesitation. Let's go.
We should probably do it after TEF 1.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yes, Roger.
I'm curious, was advertised with a 93 mile per hour top speed? How did you guys figure that that should be the maximum the wheel could go?
That's a my question. Huh?
How did you decide on 93?
93, I think maybe 120.
How did you
How did you determine that 93 was the top speed?
Was it calculated?
We test it.
On the dyno?
No, we make a simulation before we decide more.
Ah, the stimulation. Got it.
There we go. Estimations. By the way, I didn't know when Aaron joined, but Aaron Doria has joined the chat. Say hi to Aaron Doria. Oh yeah, Mario can jump in that.
Kuji shoes!
Founder of Intro to Speed. You have a question?
No.
Just one more thing about the speed. You know, 93 is the display speed, and every time we as racers are talking about speed, we're talking about GPS speeds. So there's going to be a little bit of an offset, as always with any kind of vehicle. So I just wanted to make that clear. Like when Max is saying 78, it's somewhere in the low to mid 80s for the display speed.
Also, just while we're on the topic, some people are asking about the accuracy of the display speed, and I think in our testing, we of course use different tires, so every tire will be slightly different. But in our testing with the tires we were using, both 80, 90 Michelin, 99 Michelin, and the stock tire, it was around 5 to 8% offset.
That'd be a cool function, just to provide ability to calibrate the wheel. It seems like a simple thing to do. Right?
Yeah, it has GPS.
So the GPS doesn't refresh fast enough for it to make an accurate way of measuring. And I've thought about this practically about how you would calibrate your wheel.
You ride it a set distance, there's mile markers all over the place, and I don't know. It's very easy, technically.
But the percentage error would be, anyways, it'd be an offline conversation. But the percentage error is the.
James, you got a question? I do have a question. I've already confirmed that we could create an EUC category at the Bonneville Salt Flats Racetrack. Would you be willing to commit in front of the world right now that you would take the P6 and do the first official world record speed run over the course of a mile? Average speed over a mile is how they do it on the Bonneville Salt Flats.
I will say if
nobody could say it's not real. Nobody could say it's not GPS or it's not this, it's not that. It's in the books, world record.
I would say if any of our racers are willing to do it, I 100% support it.
Woohoo! Make it happen.
I'm ready to come out.
I want a 10.
It's back. It's back.
I need 6 months and I'll be there too.
Yeah, I want to go.
What tire comes on it stock?
It's a CST 6501.
So it's a placeholder until you put your. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So you put your performance tire on.
Yeah, so all of these wheels we've installed Michelin Pilot Streets because that's the most favorite tire of the racers in the US.
So being that there's a service center here now, can we order it with a tire at an additional charge?
Do you guys have any other questions?
We want to ride the wheel.
If you guys want to ride the wheel, Mario and Aaron can help facilitate.
Yeah.
If you want, you can
rock and roll.
Yeah, rock and roll.
Who wants to ride it first?
Wait, before we go, I just want to say.
Sorry.
No. It's just good. I just want to say that yesterday we brought all the wheels to ABS, and all the riders were killing it on the track yesterday. And if you guys want to share your experiences while riding on the track, I know for Max, Zach, and Brian, they've been riding it for a while since they were in China. But for Mario and Aaron, it was a new experience to them because it's the first time riding their wheel, basically. So if you guys want to go down and kind of share your experience at ABS and share some times you got and how it relates to the previous records.
Alright, I guess I'll start. Yeah, so at first I was a little caught off guard by it. I forgot how big it is because I got used to my Commander Pro. But once I locked back in with it, it's a beast on the straight. In the turns, I think once we put an 80-90 on, it'll feel a lot better. But I mean, all of us still beat the fastest time on that track yesterday. So yeah, I think we'll be able to pull a lot more out of it.
What was the previous fastest time?
110.54.
By who?
Yeah, by who?
Oh, by me.
It was a 110.54 and a Master V4, 134 volt.
Okay. And what did you hit?
235.
I got a 109.4. And then fastest speed on the straight was 74 GPS. Yeah.
So crazy. That's so crazy to me. Yeah.
Lean harder, Mario.
Yeah. I got a. So yeah, I come from, as far as racing goes, I come from the Master V4. I was on a Blitz Pro this year for a good while, but I didn't get to race it. So having the ability to just kind of lean forward and completely not worry about a cutout has been at least as far as my experience went yesterday, was insane. That was definitely the biggest takeaway, biggest confidence booster coming from the racing the Master V4. I was always kind of like trying to ride the edge of the PWMs and what its capabilities were.
Wow.
And with the P6 yesterday, I just was so, it gave me a lot of confidence as far as leaning out of turns and accelerating on exit. It was just pure insanity, really. And it kind of goes to show how hard the guys were actually working in China, doing all those different R&D stuff. And I've done R&D for eSkate for basically the last 6 years racing with Stooge Race Sports. And I understand that in R&D, it's there's a lot of trial and error. So to think that you're gonna do that instead of 4 wheels like I was doing, to do that on a single tire, and then knowing that I might land on my face is a really brave thing to do. So I commend the guys a lot for all the hard work that they do in China. I know that it's came a long way from their experience and talking to them when they came back. So I just want to say, first of all, thank you to them for doing all that R&D, and which has given me the ability to currently set the fastest time at ABS at a 1:08.5.
What's the fastest time on an e-skate?
I think I got a. I
110.
It was a 110 as well.
But lower, you were faster on the e-skate than your wheel. Yeah.
I was faster on the e-skate, but that record has also been broken on an electric unicycle.
I know.
Kind of insane, right? We didn't think it would be possible like 3-4 years ago, because it's like, it's a single tire. How is the grip gonna hold? But anything's possible. So
this is now like the new king.
I believe this. Yeah, I strongly believe that this wheel is the new king.
When's InMotion releasing the new e-skate?
Yeah, well, they're working on different things. They're testing stuff, so we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, the P6 is an absolute monster, and I can't wait to. I mean, it was kind of my first full day of it yesterday, and I can't wait to get accumulated to it even more and see what kind of things I can do with it personally. So thanks again to the guys and for the opportunity to be here.
Just 2 side notes before you pass on the mic.
Yeah.
Mario beat the record, he got a 1:08.4, but when he looked at his data, he only hit 55 miles an hour on the straight, which means he's got a lot of room to go and improve on that 1:08.4.
Yeah, I was a little bit still of a chicken to go about 60 miles an hour, I'll be completely honest, but I'm working my way up, and that just goes to show how it handles in turns.
Yeah.
So this is a great wheel to just throw into a turn and just hold on for dear life and then just keep going. Yeah.
And I think for just like one of the key things I really enjoy seeing them push the limits. Right. But one of the biggest fun that I have is like we have Mark here who's able to remotely connect to these wheels as they're riding and give us the data from their laps and see how they're doing, like all the data of the wheel. Like imagine that. And my favorite part is like Mario had that experience when he was here and we kind of went out to the parking lot. Max had the experience in China, but you guys can kind of describe your experience on that.
Yeah, I'll let Max go first. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think it was like the second or third night in China. I'm all geared up, we're at the straight, and I just send it down the straight, and I hit like 77 wheel speed. And I'm like, I come back, I'm like, that was fast. I went hard, and he's like, oh, you only hit like 60% PWM. And I just start laughing, like disbelief, just full. Just laughter. Yeah. It was amazing.
That was pretty bad. Yeah. The other night I got to try it at a parking lot not far from here, and same thing. He gave me his phone. We looked at the live data, and I went to send it really as hard as I could through my body, and I come back around. He's like, "Oh, dude, you only did like 250 amps out of its, which is essentially 50% of its capability as far as torque goes." And I was like, oh my god, okay. So and it just kind of gave me an idea of like how hard I can just throw myself into it to pull the power out of it, and like again, big confidence booster when it comes to sending. So yeah, it's kind of insane.
Yeah. Third side note is again, I want to like really put out an appreciation post to the 3 guys who went to China, because like online they got a lot of flack for like
not sharing enough video, not posting 93 miles per hour, and all this flack for like not doing marketing and all this stuff. But really, in the background, they were doing so much testing. Like we had like probably like 18-hour days where we're just out on the track just testing over and over again in like 35, I guess Celsius, but I don't know, like 100-degree weather.
So cold.
90-degree weather.
With
And
humidity,
it
was hot.
with huge humidity.
Lots of humidity.
Yeah, like they were drinking so much fluids and they weren't going to the bathroom. Like that's how hot it was. So like they put their body, their blood, their sweat, their tear, everything onto this wheel, and it really shows like the end product that
Are they
we
gonna
end up
wipe them
with
off first?
is really good.
Any close calls you guys can share?
Close calls to falling?
Yeah.
Oh, no, they just fell. Like they just
Yeah,
fell
like,
every time.
accidents, close calls. You guys that were in China, doing the validation, we all get you're on prototype wheels pushing the limits.
No, I'm glad you bring that up because I have a lot of PTSD from this wheel. Like, on the first day of testing it, I was blown away by its performance. And so on our second day, which was like the first real day of testing, we were doing static starts. And, we're getting real comfortable with how far we can lean forward. And I switch over to a different prototype wheel, and I leaned as hard as I could, and I face planted right on the ground. I instantly said, I'm done. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, there's no way this can, be considered a testing wheel right now. We need to, go rip it apart. But, we just throw in a new firmware and say, okay, try it again. Let's try it again. Static start or try face planting.
I'll say that the three of us that went to China all experienced cutouts, and every cutout we had has prevented some kind of mishap for the publicly released version. So it is definitely a difficulty that when we experience some kind of cutout or failure to get back on and regain that confidence. So it's something that a trait that we've all had to work through and learn and adopt. But
yeah, it was a lot of mental gymnastics because it wasn't just with torque, it was also with pedal sensitivity, going around turns. We went out to the Fuging track probably like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
And each time we went to the track, we would, get the firmware a little bit dialed in, but then we'd find a new problem and then work on that problem. And so every time we'd go back to the track in China, we would improve not just our times, but also like, our ability to go around the turns while carrying speed. And honestly, I think we got this wheel pretty dialed in after 32 days.
Yeah.
Like yesterday at the track, I was feeling really good. I was beating my PRs, and then I made a rookie mistake and didn't set the Burman goal to a high enough degree. So I fall over, and then Max runs me over, and the PTSD comes back.
Outside of outside of firmware updates, were there any hardware updates that you guys have made throughout?
Your cutout was your full lean was a hardware, not a firmware. Yeah.
I guess it was hardware.
Because that was
Yeah, so
It's the broken wheel.
The Zach cutout was due to a hardware on the battery. There was a hardware limit for the amount of current that you could push, and so you hit that protection and shut off. And so they made that change to the battery. And then Brian has a change that he made, which he pioneered.
The old front handle was ugly. It was so bad. I was like, this has to change. And when we're requesting changes that has to do with these molds, it is quite an expensive change to make. So there has to be a lot of confidence in requesting something like that, because it can cost thousands and thousands of dollars to change something that other people might not seem worth changing. So maybe at some point we can share what the old handle looked like, but it was quite large and it hit your knee a lot while
I think it was
riding.
one of the teaser videos.
Yeah. It almost looks like a giant forehead.
Yes, Roger.
Oh, are there going to be STL files available for the consumable parts, the parts that are supposed to break when you crash?
That would be cool. It's definitely possible.
Huh?
Going back to what Zach was mentioning at Fugeng, though. So the Fugeng track, for those that don't know, is the track that the Big O Global Race happened last year, and the fastest time at that track was
1 minute.
1 minute.
Yeah.
1 minute flat.
Yeah.
1 minute flat. And the first time, or second time, I guess it was, that you guys went to the track.
Yeah.
Max to talk about what his experience was.
Yeah, I didn't feel like I was doing too well, but I was just going. I decided to take the race box out, and I managed to get a 50. It was a 58.
Yeah.
Like 5 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, I beat you by 2 seconds.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Zach destroyed it. What did you get? No,
56.
No. What did you get on the? What was your time?
56.
Oh, 56.
Yeah.
Yeah. He destroyed me, but.
That's after days of us at that track trying as best as we can on whatever the best wheels we thought we could get at the time were. So,
Yeah.
and
that was like Max's like first time or second time.
yeah, he didn't go with us the first time.
That was my first time ever seeing that track.
Is Fu Gang the guys that walk around with hatchets? Okay, never mind.
I would say the P6 shines a lot more at the Fu Gang track because the turns are a little bit more longer and smoother.
Yeah.
While ABS, I would say, is not exactly where the P6 shines. So I would say because the P6 has a lot of hairpins and sharp turns, and it doesn't really have opportunities to open up at the top speed of what the P6 can do. So
what Brian is saying, TEF 1. If you guys want to do a TEF 1 at Winchester, the P6 will really shine.
That's sick.
Do you guys have any other questions, or I guess any other experiences that you want to touch on, Zach? No, nothing productive at least. Okay. How about you, Brian?
I would say that I was fortunate enough to go with Albert back in May, was it? To experience this wheel, the very, very early prototype, and I would say so many things has changed since then. One of the biggest things that I'm like really happy with the changes is how we were able to dial in the firmware and make it truly responsive. And for me, one of the things that I think in modern day wheels can be improved the most is like we have wheels that can generally go higher speeds than most people are comfortable with and more torque than people can access. And I really like to see improvement in response and how well the wheel is connected with you. Like you lean a little bit forward and it just moves. There's not a lot of effort needed to kind of get the wheel to accelerate. So from May, it felt there's a lot of factors outside of the firmware that made it feel not easy to accelerate. Like it had a lot of torque. Like I could lean as hard as I can, and I wasn't scared that the wheel would fail me power-wise. But it just didn't move as easily. So I would say from then to now, the wheel has improved so much in the sense that the wheel weighs 115 pounds. And there's kind of a funny thing that happened that when I was on the phone with Max one time, and I was telling him, Max was asking me how much the wheel weighs, and I said it weighs 113 pounds. He's like, what? There's no way. There's no way it weighs that much because it doesn't feel like that, right? Like that was kind of like the reaction that you gave. And that has to do with a lot of factors like where the weight of the wheel is, the height of the wheel, the pedal hangers and where that is, and the firmware. There's a lot of things that kind of come together, little bits that kind of equate to ease of turning as well as the responsiveness in the firmware. So I am very kind of happy to see where this has come through its developmental stages. So I'm really excited for the general public to be able to try something that we have put a lot of work into. I guess I want to let Aaron say some words. So do you want to talk about your experience on the track yesterday?
Hi, I'm Aaron. I got very little time with the wheel. Yesterday was my very first time riding it, and honest first impressions is it feels like a Sherman L with double the power. Like it feels very stable at high speed, and you feel the weight, but it doesn't hinder you. Like it doesn't feel much heavier than me riding an ET Max or a Blitz Pro, but it has endless power. And I'm gonna be honest, I was terrified to go that fast on the straightaway at ABS because the faster you go, the faster that first turn comes up.
The turn of wobbles.
Yeah.
By the way, for you people that don't know, Aaron is the one that won the gold races in China last year. So
World champion.
you know something about.
Yeah.
Roger, do you want to say that for the audience since you have the mic?
Can you tell them who won?
I've got the Grizzly mic right here. But yeah, he is still the world champion. He's going to stay that way for another year because they canceled the international races this year. So we'll see. He's going to be the longest holder of that belt, and he is and will be for a while.
And Zach holds the off-road global.
Yes. I mean, if we want to go based off of like points, Zach, point for point, is the world champion overall, encompassing of the Bigot event. But
I don't like titles.
Yeah, I know. Well, and everyone knows that every race we go to, you know, we have like a lot of like preconceived notions of who's going to win, who's the fastest, depending on what they're riding or how they did at the last event. And it's anybody's, you know, game or the expression. Like at any point, one of us could slip out, we could get a wobble. Max at Teflon last year was on a Commander Pro and had a hall sensor failure, and he had the fastest lap time. And then Mario, one of the fastest guys in the world, was racing both E-Skate and EUC, and his legs just didn't keep up, you know?
Skill issue.
Yeah. and you know, it happens every year. Not to bring up more traumatic experiences, but 2 years ago, Brian was going to win ABS. And Mario had to crash and restart the race, so.
Skill issue.
But yeah, no, there's, anything could happen, but like at the end of the day, this is definitely the fastest thing I've ever ridden by far. I never heard a single beep out yesterday. At the end of the day, I was running my fastest times because that's the only time I tracked them. And I was hitting about 60 GPS on the straights with 30-something% battery and was still not hearing beeps. And I was digging into it pretty good, like leading up to that speed. I just didn't want to exceed it. So just an incredible wheel, and I'm excited to see how far it can go. I'll kind of reiterate with Brian that ABS, you have that front straight and the second straight to really make up, like to showcase the power of the wheel. The rest of it is really just rider skill, but it shows that it's capable, especially with the time like what Mario was able to pull off. And then I think something like Sonoma or Winchester tracks is where it's really going to shine. You know, really get to show off that front power that it has, because there's not another wheel in the market that has power like the P6.
Did any of you guys want to touch on how the wheel handles high speeds and whether it feels like dangerous or not, or how, like your just overall feeling at high speeds? Any of you guys want to touch on that?
Yeah, it feels pretty stable at high speeds. You know, you'd think it would have some sort of like natural wobble to it, but it's pretty well balanced. Like, they did a good job designing it.
If you plan on going above 70, I'd highly recommend putting your tire to 20 PSI. If it's above that, it becomes very dirty. But I mean, yesterday I didn't know, I was racing this wheel at 13 PSI.
Oh wow.
So I was very low. Yeah, and I mean, it's not like it
Yeah,
didn't
it's like you only weigh 50 pounds.
Yeah.
No. Why does it keep going lower?
Yeah. So yeah, because it's tubeless, like it can handle the low pressures, and it stays very stable at those speeds. Like even braking from those speeds, no wobbles. It's mainly just as long as your tire pressure is low, it's very stable.
Yeah, I will say that any speeds above 70 miles per hour starts to require more focus to make sure that like little winds here or like cracks in the road or something, like anything at any moment can erupt into a wobble when you're going at that speed on a single wheel. So again, I like to think of it as safety margin. It's really cool that the wheel can go up to those higher speeds. I definitely have ambitions of my own to hit some top speeds as well as all the racers here. So we have to be well prepared to make those kinds of speed runs.
And now we have some very nice super suits. Not just a huge confidence boost, but you know, a huge upgrade to protection for when you do fall.
Yeah. A lot of people online were like, "We don't need a wheel that goes this fast. Why are we making a wheel that goes this fast?" Like, it's not really that we need the speed. It's like Brian said, the margin. You can be going 50, 60, and you're not riding the beeps, or if there's like a little crack in the road, you're not going to cut out hitting that now. Now it's just going to be like a little bump. So just because it can go that fast doesn't mean everybody should, but it just means it's a safer product.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Yes.
Yes, Christine.
You guys went off-road, right? Can you share a little bit?
Want to share your experience about riding off-road? I guess mainly Zach and Max, I guess.
It was a lot of fun. I had a huge blast putting a Shinko 241 on the P6. It climbs too easy. There's a lot of wheels on the market right now that are pretty good for off-road. I'm not saying that this is good, triumphs those ones, but it's a good contender. What I'm getting at is it requires minimal effort to climb over medium to large side rocks. You don't have to lean that far, you don't have to like engage too much torque, it just naturally just does it for you. The suspension's not quite ideal for off-road, so it's more for like that beginner to intermediate, not so much of like doing the rough, chunky stuff that we all love to do. I think it could jump. I think it'd be a good jumper if you don't overshoot and flat. That was one of the things I really wanted to do in China, was take it off some jumps, but there weren't a whole lot of bike parks nearby, and there wasn't a whole lot of time for stuff like that.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed with it off-road. I was on the street tire still, the PS2, and I was just expecting it to be kind of sluggish on the off-road and also just bottom out on everything. But even with the low pedals, like it was very manageable. I could still jump it around. The suspension makes the wheel feel very light because it's very high rebound. So it like you compress it and it just pops back up at you. So it doesn't really feel like 115 even off-road. But yeah, like obviously we still pedal clipped and clipped the batteries some on some massive rocks that were just loose. But it still impressed me for what the wheel is and what it's intended for. It did pretty well.
Yeah, just to add to that, like we went to, it was a filming location that we went to, which is the off-road that you see. And I had went up just to scout to see what the terrain is like, to see whether the filming crew could come up with us. And I came back and I was telling Zach, I'm like, the off-road, like it's not super gnarly, it's not super great, like it's got all the divots and you gotta kind of maneuver around it. But the only one thing that I took home was like, it just climbs so effortlessly. Like I didn't have to extract the torque out of the wheel, and just like effortlessly went up the hill and climbed rocks without grunting or anything. Like it was surprisingly easy, although it's not an off-road wheel. Yes, Roger.
Question for Zach. Did you put the 241 on yourself? And how long did it take? And did you put a tube in when you did?
I have a two-part answer to your question. So, no, I did not put the 241 on. The engineering department did it for me. The other night when we put the 90/90 tires on, we all did it ourselves.
All right.
The wheel, and it was significantly easier than every other InMotion wheel out there. Like,
That
probably
doesn't-
took equivalent to doing it on like a Begode Blitz.
What's that?
Yeah, what is a Begode?
I don't know.
But no, it's not as easy as the Apex. So I would still say the Apex is the easiest to change the tire on.
Not the F18.
F18's definitely the easiest. Yeah, you can take it apart. And
Well, when have you touched an
Never seen
F18?
one.
Yeah, I've never seen one.
If you watch the video, this is all speculation from videos of the F18.
Yeah.
But before we get too off track, I do want to say, like, Brian did mention something that was really important. It was like a lot of the changes were due to firmware as well. So there's a lot of headaches when it came to the firmware. And one of the things that people out there may have tried already is the V14 firmware, which the feedback on that has been like beyond positive, right? And I want to pull Mark out here. Come. So Mark is in charge of all like the product pipeline and manager, and he took over the software. And last year, in May, I guess, when me and Brian went, and we kept pushing InMotion to make their software more responsive, more performance oriented. Mark rewrote the whole like driver balancing firmware in like the last, I don't know, 6 months maybe 6 months. He rewrote the whole thing, and that is the difference that you guys saw in the V14, and that is a precursor to the firmware that's on the P6. So
Copy
we were
and
doing
paste.
that firmware testing on the V14 because the P6 wasn't ready for testing yet, but we needed to keep testing that firmware.
I like it.
So he lost like 10 pounds in the last 6 months.
He's almost as little
because
as
of
Max.
All the stress in rewriting the whole firmware code for these wheels.
Thank you.
Roger, can you pass the mic to that?
What's the width of the magnets?
Sorry?
What is the width of the magnets?
What is the width of the magnet?
37.
37 millimeters.
Thickness?
So when you guys are going 70 and above, how is the wind resistance?
Strong.
Yeah, it's
Very
like you can use it as a brake. So like you tuck, like at ABS I was doing it. You tuck to go forward, and then as soon as I'm coming up to the hairpin, I can kind of put my arms out and stand up. And it also helps with wobbles too. It makes it more stable when you do that, I noticed. And then you can lean over, and then crouch, and then go into the turn.
quite extensively.
We hear him. Woo! Yeah! Woo.
Yeah, I think that's good. If Mario and Aaron want to help facilitate the test rides, you guys can come find them. Keep in mind that, again, for housekeeping reasons, we only have one wheel for testing, for you guys to test ride. So you guys can go around the block and kind of ride whatever you like. We're not going to limit where you go, but just keep in mind that other people are still here waiting for that one wheel to come back. And then when you do come back, just make sure you come up here and we can kind of share your first impressions of the wheel and kind of interview you a little bit. Yeah? Try not to crash it because this is the wheel that Max will be racing on.
And it's pristine.
Crashes it.
Okay.
Rock and roll.
Alright.
Alright, so we're going to be opening up the stream and questions to the online audience. So if you've asked a question, please ask it again. Who wants to go first? Some of the,
I want to go, but you get to hear it.
Please don't give in to...
I'm just gonna move your pads now.
can we try to stay outside of the camera?
I'm watching the Law Butt show. Yeah!
So I see, has anyone ever cut out the P6? We have never cut out power-wise, just due to different developmental issues. So yes, all of us have experienced some kind of cutout one or another.
Yeah, we're safe. It can get pretty far.
I feel like
Yeah.
every time we've experienced a cutout, we found a bug that the public will not experience.
Yeah, it's like we've never dipped below like 74. So shooting as hard as I can off of it. It's crazy.
Yeah. I would bet Damien would be all of them.
So what we're going to do is that we're just going to answer the questions.
Are the pedal brackets the same? I think they are the same.
No sound.
I don't need any speakers.
Slow down. Too many questions.
We're going to
race you, but he's not going to race you. Just want to race.
Gotta listen to music, but fast. Fast music. Bom dia!
Bom dia.
Bom dia? Brazilian, yeah? Oh. I'm in the stone industry, so lots of material comes from Brazil, the granite. So I hear Brazilian a lot.
We are very strong.
So I can tell.
Minas Gerais, the state of Brazil, is called Minas Gerais because they have a lot of stones and things they take from the ground. So almost all the state, I don't know, it's huge as maybe.
Yeah. So
Texas, maybe, I don't know.
Let's see. What does
have
P6 mean?
They have gravel and stuff.
So
it's very, very sweet.
11?
That's 11.
I'm
gonna kind of keep it loose.
There is.
So everyone can fit in it.
Hey Mario.
Yo.
Psycho's asking if there's a group fight today because you know he's in town,
He's
bro.
like so excited. I really want to take him.
He says Long Beach, maybe.
I told him Long Beach.
Dude, that'd be nice.
Somebody posted there's a Long Beach ride tonight.
I haven't been on.
I don't remember what group it was. I think it was the Intro to Speed chat.
That's cool.
I mean, there is no Intro to Speed chat. You don't need to know about it.
Yeah.
It's a secret chat. Yeah.
I just don't want to be like that. Because I do like being on a team.
Wait, are you? Who rode that here?
I did. I got a 14 now.
Cool enough. Yeah, I think I saw some videos with you on the 14. But yeah, it's the new firmware's supposed to be pretty good.
I actually haven't ridden a 14 without the firmware, so this has kind of had it since I inherited it.
Honestly, the old firmware was pretty damn good too. So, I don't know. It was a great wheel. Just a little heavy for a 16-inch wheel.
Yeah, it's chunky.
But it's got some beef to it, some power. Yeah. No, I'm not next.
He's ready.
Yes.
I was from here, but I live in Florida right now.
Doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, I'm here for the race.
Good morning. All right, I'm going to be cutting out soon.
You already tried the P6?
No, I'll try it tomorrow.
Okay.
But yeah, I got to get to work.
So you haven't tried it yet?
Nope. It's alien to me. It's Law. Can you believe it? That dude's famous because he carries things in holsters. Yeah, look at how much storage this guy has on him. He's like a camper van on Converse. There we go. At the moment, he'll usually be on a wheel.
I would need a fanny pack to come close to that level of capacity.
Would you wear it above the fanny or in front?
I just wear it around my neck.
Okay, so that's a person that doesn't trust the world.
Just looks like a neck sack.
Goiter.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a goiter
Covers my
guy.
goiter.
This is what we got. It's the live stream camera there. And this is. We got two screens, one on this side, one on the other side.
Its row is top heavy. It stands pretty tall. This wheel, it doesn't stand tall like that. It's weight distribution. In terms of it being going backward, side to side, up and down, however way you want to put it. They designed this to be perfectly centered in terms of when you're actually engaging in higher speeds, it's going to be stable. And it's not going to be so topsy-turvy floating around.
And that's what a live stream looks like from the outside.
I'd say it feels very similar, very stable, well balanced.
Everybody loves the Commander Pro. All right, guys, I'm out. I got to get to work. This is what I'm posting. Check out the InMotion P6 live stream on the InMotion site that I've got linked in the description of this video. Adios.